Hey. Anybody here yet? Hey. Oh boy. I've been working on my sound setup today. Hey, there we go. That's his foot towel. Hey. Oh. How are you, Erica? Howdy. Oh, we'll give it a little bit to see if anybody else comes in. It says I can still invite people in. What time are you clocking in, dude? Ooh. Coming up close then, huh? Are you straight? Are you in the central time zone? Oh, that's not bad, man. I don't know. Who knows, man? We'll find out. But we did get more. There's 5 more people subscribed, so we'll, if you don't mind. I mean, sorry you're on a tight scrunch. Hopefully, with these things evolve, they'll be more scheduled. Right? I'm not much of a flying by the seat of your pants person. I'm trying to incorporate that in more parts of my life these days. But so I talked to the author today. I did read forward on this, right? I read forward about half of what I want to get to today, right? Oh man, my preferred schedule too. I rarely. You can't travel for 23 years and be on that kind of a regimented schedule and not want to, and just want to go. Okay, boys, just whenever. Here we go. Right. So I figure what we'll do tonight, Eric, is we'll start back. We'll backpack a page or two where we were at, and then kick forward, right? If anybody else comes on, if not, we're just going to plow through here in a minute or two, right? Yeah. And we'll kick it in. And I think if we can get you to 1,000 followers, then you can join in too and do live, right? Or would that be a pain in the butt to chop the screen up like that? I think it'd be good, right? Have all the windows full. Just whoever's first in. It's like the comment section, the live comment section. Yeah. Oh boy, just seen Trip chasing those geese today, man. He was a hoot, dude. He didn't know what to think. He was like, "Dad, is it okay?" He kept pointing at him. So it's weird. He's got this point with his right foot. So what he's doing, and I'm gonna have to be careful now. What he's doing in the buggy, he's pointing me in the buggy now. He gets in the back seat, and when we get close to where he wants to run or jump, or he knows his running grounds, he starts He starts like pulling on my shoulder. Like, come on, Dad. Come on, get me in there. I was like, yeah. Well, just for comments on the book, right? It'd be more like we were sitting in the living room together, right? Maybe that's TikTok's plan is that now they're going to entice you to get to 1,000 followers now. I mean, it would be kind of fun to have just have a group of people here, right? That wouldn't be too bad a deal. So I don't know the 4. I guess I would have that kind of here. All right. Well, I guess we're all going. All right, Eric. Why wait forever? Let me get the screen up here. So I'm looking into. Yeah, it's all right. I'm looking into getting the microphone set up for my Mac. I would use a Mac in the office there, so if we do that, then maybe the sound quality will be a little better. You said it. How was the background tonight? You said last night it was better on the headphones. Do we want to go back to headphones tonight? Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe close up of my nipple. Yeah. All right. There we go. Here we go. Tripping Daisy. All right, let's go back to the little exchange where they're in the bar. He had just helped hang the door, and they kind of got turned around, and she ended up like in his chest, right? Yeah. So, so if you remember, they well, I don't know if anybody else hear me. I don't know if they're in. So let's just do this like there is other people here, Erica. So where we are in the book right now, we have our main character, Livy, right? She's a recent widow, right? And fairly young widow in town, apparently. And a bar owner. She's about to sell the bar, and this her dead husband's best friend, Royce. Get that right. He's been helping around the bar to get it ready to sell. So now they're working around in close quarters. And as they stumbled upon each other, they found themselves in each other's arms. And while they're in each other's arms, they look at each other and says, "Well, I guess," she looked at him and said, "Well, I guess we can't stand here all day, now, can we?" And he goes, "Well, why not, man?" And she laughed, and he laughed. And so me, I've got to get I've got to get the orders in for the week. And his arms slid away for a moment, and she considered diving back into his embrace and hiding there forever, but she knew he wouldn't let her. Livy had to cut the tension that thickened the air between them, and she made a big show of sniffing him again. "Are you smelling me?" "Yes, I am, and you smell like your mom's cupcakes." She expected him to laugh or to tease her, but he didn't. Instead, he grabbed her again like she was nothing but a little doll, and buried his face in her neck, and he just went, "Fair is fair." "What? You smell like cinnamon, lady." He goes, "Oh, I broke a bottle of Fireball in the storeroom last week," she whispered. "It's on my shoes." No, no, ma'am, I don't think it's your shoes." His cheek brushed hers, and she couldn't help but think how intimate all this was. "I'll trade you a shot of Fireball for a cupcake," Livy offered. "I don't have any. I ate them all, man." And he tossed her back down on the ground like a rag doll. "You didn't save me one?" She slapped at his shoulder. "You don't even love me at all." "Oh, damn. Why don't you just say that?" She'd only been teasing him, but she didn't want to talk about love and Royce Cole. Not again. "There's love, Livy, and then there's my mother's cupcakes. We all have our limits." So she couldn't help but wonder, was he having the same thoughts about her? Another wave of desire about that time hit her hard and fast as she pushed back and She locked it down with all the other things she had to hide from him, just as the sound of the front door opening caused them to jerk apart, like they'd been touched by a fire. Or, they've been doing something. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Erin Sterling yelled out as she entered the room. She was the writer for the Ember Lake Times, an organizer of all things Lucky 7 calendar said. So Noah Finnegan, firefighter and ladies' man extraordinaire, was right behind her. I told you she would be. She's always here. Do you have a minute? Erin asked. She didn't, not really, but talking with Erin provided a much-needed escape. Sure, what's up? She walked over to the bar. What do you want a drink? Yeah, ginger whiskey, lime and bitters. I know the ginger whiskey is pretty obscure. Oh, so you don't want ginger ale and whiskey, but ginger whiskey. Gotcha. So your husband, Ben, had always been and kept the ginger whiskey in stock because it was Libby's favorite, too. I keep it on hand, she muttered. I can't believe I didn't think to ask that before now. Well, most of the people who drink here are all about the beer, so I can understand why it wouldn't occur to you to ask. But if there's anything else you'd like us to keep on hand, well, we can order it. And Liv shrugged. Liv shrugged like, come on, dude, we can order that. She was more than, so that's a cool thing too about my old country club, man. They would whatever it was a small, really small country club, right? But they would do whatever you wanted to drink. If it was you the only one drinking it, they'd make sure they had it. So it's pretty cool. Her bar sounded like the same one. Yeah, one of the better perks of having a small town life, Erin grinned. So Liv poured the whiskey, topped it off with the bitters, and a dash of lime. And anything else, guys? Water, Noah asked. I'm playing chauffeur, sorry. You got it. Okay, is it just me, or do I smell cupcakes? Erin offered. Livy grinned. She goes, you smell cupcakes. You smell red velvet cupcakes. Oh, really? Now, where am I find those? And she goes, yeah, well, it's actually Royce. Erin looked at him and arched her brow real high and said, listen, dude, I don't think you know the danger you're in. I'm a fat girl who loves cupcakes, and you're about to get yourself in trouble. Royce laughed and looked and said, oh, really? He said, you think I'm kidding? Wait. So all this time, all I had to do was smell like cupcakes? Noah interjected, the other guy that came in. Royce, man, hey, give me a cupcake. Erin blushed, and suddenly they were very busy chatting about something else in her bag, right? She's kind of looking away. And Libby felt guilty for the momentary flash of jealousy that had sparked at Royce's words, but Royce was a flirt. He flirted with everyone. She had to remind herself of that when he was flirting with her. That's the danger part about dating a flirt, isn't it? Yeah. Erin wasn't even interested in Royce. It was obvious that she was very interested in Noah, though. And who wouldn't be? I ate 'em all, said Royce, and patted his flat stomach. You're a dick, Noah muttered. It should be a crime for either of you to smell like cupcakes. You're already too hot for your own good, Libby said. Erin nodded in agreement in the background, right? Noah perked. Ha! She said I'm hot, dude. I'm hotter, asshole, because I smell like cupcakes. Oh, yeah, said Noah. Well, my abs are better. Noah pulled up his shirt to give it. Oh, of course he did, you dickhead. Pulled up his shirt to give everyone a peek at his mouth. Come on, man. Nobody does that. Well, I'd do it if I had it. Then Royce rolled his eyes and said, whoa, wait a minute. Wait, said. So, no, wait. My abs are better. Noah pulled up his shirt to give everyone a peek at his muscles. I got flustered. Royce rolled his eyes. We can let the ladies judge, man, as he pulled up his own shirt. Now, whose are better? Now this part of Livy had been quiet for so long, spoke up in the back of her head. It told her to reach out and touch them. Yeah, typical guy, huh? Hey, man, if you got abs, I got abs at the age of 53. I got abs. And I got obliques, too. All of them. They're all in. It's the craziest damn thing, man. But now, so that's the part of Liv has been quiet, right? She was told to reach out and touch them. They want them after all. She has to touch them. She's the judge, right? But she decided that part needed to stay silent. She didn't need to be thinking these thoughts. And Erin eyed Noah slyly and said, I don't know. Noah grabbed her hand and put it on his lap and said, yes, you do. Me, baby. I win. Yeah, but I smell like cupcakes, Roy said. Hey, you could eat them off my abs if you want to during that photo shoot if you want. No. And then Aaron said, actually, that'd be pretty hot. Noah grinned and was still in Aaron's until he snatched it away. Livy decided to take pity on her. So what did you need, Aaron? No, 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 no. You're not interrupting this one, Liv. What? We need a winner, spoke up Noah, right? We need who won Mr. Abs. So Livy said, it's a tie. Next. Ah, you're no fun, Noah said. I know I'm all business, she grinned. I was actually wondering if we'd be able to do this year's photo shoot in the calendar, Aaron. Last year we did the firehouse, but it was really an issue because the guys had to get up and respond a couple of times. Yeah, of course. I mean, they spend so much time here anyway, it might actually be a good draw for the bar. It would. And I'll be sure to make mention. Also, we're looking at doing a bachelor auction this year as well. What would you think about hosting it? A bachelor auction. Yeah. Of course, we'd love to. We. Does she have a mouse in her pocket? There's no we here. There was only her. Royce grinned. I fully expect you to bid on me, man. Her cheeks heated up. It had been on the tip of her tongue to ask what she was going to do with him if she won, but she was afraid he'd tell her. Not a chance, young man. I'm going for Noah. I don't know how I still hang around with you. You're the worst person in the world for my ego, Royce teased her. Yeah, but someone has to be here, and grinned. Well, yeah, that's fine and dandy, but she's made it her life's work. You know, I asked her out before Ben did, and she shut me down. Oh, really? Noah looked at Livy and goes, well, do tell. So he put his chin in his bowl and said, inquiring minds want to know, right? And so Livy felt all the eyes on her, and she knew there was no way she was getting out of this one because everybody's looking at her, right? And so there's nothing to tell, really. I was tutoring him in calculus, and he asked me to the royalty dance, and I said no. He said, kind of flippant. Why? Aaron said, I mean, was he an ass or something to you? Was he mean? She had never had to explain it before, and she didn't really want to start, but with everyone watching her, including Royce, she knew she wasn't going to get out of it. Come on, he was basically king of Ember High, popular student, or popular. He was a student council president. He played football, basketball, he wrestled. I mean, I was me. I was quiet. I was shy. I was more interested in the chess club than anything like that, right? Boys like Royce did not go out with girls like me. You said yes to Ben, his best friend. He was on the wrestling team and Royce's best friend. Yeah, well, Ben was in chess club too. Oh, so now all I had to do was smell like cupcakes and join the chess club. Now you tell me. Her cheeks heated up even more, man. Royce had really been interested in her, and she couldn't believe it, right? I didn't need a date as a thank you for getting me through calculus. Royce smiled real big, right? He smiled real big, and he said, oh, sweetheart, I thought you knew, man. Knew what? Well, I was basically valedictorian in my class. I didn't need a calculus tutor, but I didn't know what else way to get close to you and talk to you. What? What? Yeah, but ma'am, you can make it up to me though, because Grammy wants you to come to dinner. That's a yes. No answered for her. You can come too, actually. Grammy Rose heard the fuss you made about her fried chicken, said to invite you, Royce offered. Yeah, well, the next time you look at that dickhead, just tell me the first. You too, Aaron. Sunday dinner at my grandmother's. I wish I could, but I'll be in New York, she muttered. This invitation was grandmother house shouldn't have caused butterflies to flutter in her stomach. He was only her friend, and that's all he'd want to ever be allowed, right? But Aaron was going to be in New York, and she said, I could persuade you to save a piece of me, couldn't I? Just one piece. So, well, I doubt you'll save it for me, but I'll think about it. You're right, no admittance. You're coming, Royce asked her. Grass Liv. I get confused with these parts sometimes. So Liv back to Liv's. As part of her wanted to say yes, but the sensible, logical side said no. Nothing good could come from Sunday dinner with Grammy. It would be the beginning of the end for her, right? Problem is, she's like us, dude. She'd been so alone, and the idea of a meal around a big table with the Coles or a nice family sounded like just the balm for all of her winter wounds. So she said, yes, I'll come. Fair warning, though, my grandmother's a bit of a matchmaker, so just nod and smile and let her feed you all the chicken. We can deal with that later. As if your grandmother would try to set you up with a grumpy old widow like me. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'd go with Royce for that woman's pie and fried chicken. No offered. Or he said I'd go out with Royce, sorry. Royce narrowed his eyes, and don't tell her that. She'll have us getting married by Christmas, and my mother will have us signed up for the service for a gay adoption agency. Well, hell, they were just rubbing each other's abs in the bar. It's not that far of a stretch. Everyone laughed at that one, including me. That's a pretty good one, man. Everyone laughed at that. Except Libby's inside twisted on themselves. But she realized that she had been playing in a relationship with Royce the whole entire life, the way she had come to depend on him around the bar. Man, dude, with the feelings she had for him, right? The invitation to his grandmother's house shouldn't have caused butterflies, but it did. It was pretty funny, wasn't it, there, You know, keep going. So now we're to chapter 2, right? Royce regretted inviting her to Grammys as soon as the words were out of his mouth. He's like, fuck, dude. Not because he didn't want her to come, because that wasn't the right time. He knew that she didn't feel the same way about him, and she might have been briefly attracted to him, but that was just because he's got a good body, is what he's thinking. That's what it says here. So he's a douche. All right. He wanted more than that from her, though. He just didn't want her to be attracted to him. He didn't want to just bend her over the couch and send her home. He wanted more. He'd been in love with her since high school. When she'd married Ben, he tried to crush those feelings out of his heart, but they'd only buried deeper, right? Hidden themselves away almost. She thought he was being a good friend to Ben, to her, by helping her, but if he was honest with himself, it was purely selfish. It was the only way he could love her. It was the only way he could express the unrequited love, right? He had to talk to Grammy Rose before dinner and warn her off of Livy. They were friends, and that's all Livy wanted from him. Star-crossed lovers. He wasn't going to push or ask her for what he knew she didn't want to give. She sought his embrace more and more, but he knew she was tired of fighting, tired of being strong. Wait, did I miss a page? No, I didn't. That didn't seem to flow. She sought his embrace more and more, but he knew she was tired of fighting, tired of being strong, so he'd bear that burden for her, I see. And any other she wanted to put on his shoulders. I see. He also knew that giving her money meant she'd leave, and he didn't want to say goodbye. But loving her wasn't about what he wanted or needed. She didn't want to live a ghost of her past for the rest of her life. Remember, she's selling a bar because of him. Dude, if they don't end up together in the next damn chapter, it's gonna suck, right? So is this how all have you ever read a romance novel in the past? I have not. This is my first romance novel. Do they all go this fast? I mean, they're checking abs in the first chapter, right, dude? This seems a little quick. Hmm. Hey, Desorian is here. How you doing, man? Dude, sorry. So good to see you. I thought it was just me and Eric in there. Yeah. So how does the cadence feel, Erica, compared to last night? Disoriented, how does the cadence feel, man? You don't mind if you take a slight break. Stay away from fan fiction. What happens to fan fiction then, right? Yeah, how's the read? Hey, AOB. Hey. Y'all are so quiet, man. What's up, dudes? So do y'all mind if we take a little break? Have a little chat? The cadence is much better. Is it much better because it doesn't sound like I'm reading it all the time? Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. So did you hear the? Do you have any questions? Are you up to speed? I mean, it's not like we're building linear accelerators anymore. We used to. So we can't do music. I had some classical music play in the background because that's what I listen to opera. But you can't even play that during these private lives. Cool. Hey, does anybody have? Does anybody have? Nope. Anybody? If you have 1,000 followers, come in. Come in. It's only the five of us here. Four of us here. Sorry. And so I was talking to the author today, and she was like, I told her, I said, really, an ab competition in the first thing? No, no. So, so Liv, Royce, and Liv's or dead husband went to high school together, right? So Royce and Liv's dead husband were best friends. Yeah, he just recently died. Or a couple of years ago. She's about to sell the bar too. That's why he's afraid she'll leave when she gets the money. They've never kissed or embraced in any way, man. That sounded creepy, didn't it? Oh. Oh boy. Yeah. But when I told her we were doing it, and I said something about the abs in the first episode. She goes, wait. She goes, I didn't write a book with ad competition at first. And I said, yeah. I said, Rekindled Ember. She goes, oh crap. I was high when I sent that to you. I meant to send you another book. She said, this is one of her earlier books. But, okay. Maybe slightly impetuous back in the day. If y'all say they all go this way, well, I guess they all go that way now, don't they? Oh. So here we go. So what's the best way to recover, guys? How do y'all like to recover? So this last push, right? I got lost in the he said she said boo boo boo, right? Yeah, anytime, man. We got time. It's Friday, oh Friday, oh yeah. So when I stutter like that, when I stumble on the words, when I get caught up, is that pretty much a good time to say, oh, hang on, well, all right, how are we doing up to this point? Because do I need to check in more often? I guess is what I'm asking you. Stop talking, Jay. Do I need to stop talking so much? Or about 10 or 15 minute runs? Because when I've gone to book readings before, right, they do about a 10 minute run and then they discuss, right? It's not like that. And if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. There you go. All right, Erica. Well, I say we trug on through, man. I want to know what's going on, right? All right, so last we heard, right, she sought his embrace more and more, but he knew she was tired of fighting. But he was going to be strong, and he would bear that burden and any other burden she wanted him to bear for her. All right. He also knew that giving her that money meant she'd leave, and he didn't want her to say goodbye, but loving her wasn't about what he wanted or needed. Did I get distracted? Oh, I get distracted. I do get distracted when I lose place. But I have a pretty non-distractive room going on now, and I'm kind of enjoying the story. I hate to admit it. But yeah, it's a guilty pleasure, I guess. My first one. It's not too bad. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what we can do. She had to get as far away from Amber Lake as she could. As far. You're liking it too? Cool, man. Let's do this. So she had to get as far away from him as she could, right? Because he was just out there. So Noah's sitting there like, Royce, hey. He goes, what? Huh? What? Because he was in that daydream, right? Well, there we go. Well, she did a good job, Dizzy overhead. So, yeah, so Noah nudges him, Royce, huh? What? Because he was lost in his thoughts. You're still down for the shoot the photo shoot at the auction, right? Yeah. Put down that bidding on me, and we'll come with a picnic and Grammy's making. He winked at Aaron. You're the best. Excuse me. I'm the best, Noah chimed in, right? I think she's doing this just to play with my ego. Be nice to me. Aaron Sterling, or I won't pose for you, ma'am. Aaron Sterling, yes, you will. My adoration means nothing amongst those throngs of girls who buy this calendar just for you, Noah smirked. Throngs? Really? I'm not going to pet your ego, Aaron rolled her eyes. Not even a little ear scratch, boy. Wow. Oh, he's incorrigible. I hope you were serious about bidding on him because no one else will. Aaron softened her words with a smile. Woman, you better bid on me. Not a chance. What would I do with you? And then Aaron blushed. Don't answer that. Yeah. With me or to me might be the answer. Livy laughed. Ha ha. I saved myself from that one earlier, so you're good. Royce found himself smiling. Oh, you mean to say that you wouldn't know what to do with me either? I'm confident that after you come for Sunday dinner, you'll bid on me just to get the picnic, man. Is that part of your evil plan? Livy countered. Yeah, it actually is. He watched the blush color her cheeks with his answer. She wasn't immune to him as he thought. A faint spark of hope kindled in his chest. Royce pushed it down. He wasn't going to pounce on her like some kind of vulture, but he didn't want to live with regret at this stage either. He'd had so much regret before, right, from high school. He'd have to make it clear that he had feelings for her before she made her decision. And Royce was still confident she'd choose to sell the bar and leave. He couldn't blame her for that, but he couldn't let things continue on as they had. It wasn't fair to either of them. I'm pretty sure I could come up with some ideas on what you could do with me. I mean, if you need them. He grinned. You already rehung the door, the toolbox, the jukebox. What else? Yeah, the jukebox. But this one has another price. If I fix that damn thing, you have to dance with me. Oh, that's really not fair, Noah said. I mean, if she buys you in the auction, you'll be at her mercy. Not the other way around, man. But Libby didn't seem to hear. Dance with you? I don't dance. Chess club, remember? I can teach you, man. I don't even know why we're having this discussion. I'm not buying you. Libby sniffed and looked everywhere but at him. No? He pushed a bit of her hair behind her. I'd kind of buy you. Why? She asked. She didn't really know. She didn't really want to know. And her eyes locked with his. It was like the rest of the world had fallen away. And if they had been alone, even though they're not. He might have made his move. A kiss would have been the best answer. There'd be no misinterpreting that. No question about what he meant. Because you're my best girl. And pickings are slim, I guess. She smiled at him. He didn't smile back, though. Not at all. Royce turned to Noah. Not at all. Royce turned to Noah. So are you making all the rounds with Aaron? Yeah, your dad made me her official liaison. He straightened as he said this. Sounds fancier than it is. Yes, you're very important. Aaron nodded, placating him. Don't indulge me, Noah said. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. That's not, I mean, it's not bad, right? It's kind of fun. I'll see you later. Best man duty's calling my name. Not really, but Royce had to put some distance between him and Livy. Are you going to have a bachelor party here? Livy asked. Yeah, we haven't decided yet. We don't even know if we're going to do one. The whole bachelorette thing. We're thinking about doing something up at the cabin, provided the weather cooperates. They're planning a Christmas Eve wedding. A Christmas day with family. A Christmas Eve wedding? Kill me. Oh, can't say those words. A Christmas Eve wedding. I can't get past that. Christmas Eve wedding, Christmas Day with family, then not leaving on the honeymoon until after the New Year. It's all very sweet. What the hell is wrong with those people? Hey, did I hear you help Hayden steal the truck? Livy arched a brow. I don't know, it seemed important to him, and it obviously worked. Well, that's kind of romantic. Livy smiled, but it was soft and sad. There was no joy in the expression. Falling in love with a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be. Falling in love with anyone isn't all it's cracked up to be, if we're honest, Noah said. I mean, except for people like Hayden and Sophie. I bet Royce gets his happily happy too, but there are those of us for who that's just not in the cards. Aaron widened her eye, or narrowed her eyes. Oh, you think love is easier than you think. You just had to let yourself fall. See, the falling thing I have a problem with. When you fall, you always have to land on the ground. It comes up hard and fast. It's not the fall that kills you, it's the stop. Noah shook his head. Nah, no thanks. Not me, Aaron said. Alice Hoffman is one of my favorite writers. She says, always throw salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck. And fall in love whenever you can. That's not bad. The falling in love part is the only one I can manage. I forget the salt. I have a black thumb of death. Everything in my garden dies, but I think out of the four, falling in love is the most important. Really? When was the last time you were in love? Livy asked. I can't remember. I think I need to have an adventure and fall in love. I'll add it to my to-do list after this bachelor auction. Maybe you'll buy someone and fall in love, Livy suggested. Maybe I will. There you go. Go with God, my child, Noah said. It's not for the weak. But before you go, what time on Sunday? Liv asked him. I'll pick you up just before noon. Should I bring something? Just yourself. Will Hayden and Sophie be there? Definitely. Great. I miss Sophie. I know she's busy with wedding plans, but she's a ray of sunshine. Yeah, that's what Hayden says. He leaned over and pressed and chased. Pressed and chased? Little pause here. What is CHASTE? What is that? It's pressed a chaste kiss to Liv's cheek. Does anybody want to Google that? Or y'all know what that means? What does that mean, man? I need to get something else to drink too. Does anybody know what CHASTE means? A chaste kiss. Ah, well, there you go. Well, thank you, disoriented. Sorry about the interruption. So he leaned over and pressed an innocent kiss, or chaste kiss, to Liv's cheek. He had done it a million times, but there was something different about it this time. The way his lips lingered on her cheek, right? The way, you know how we can do that. I like it, soft and sweet, prim, proper. It's on the cheek. Yeah. His lips lingered on her cheek, the way she tilted her head when she leaned into her. I'll see you Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Wait, that's 3 days. I'm not going to see you for 3 days? Will you miss me, ma'am? Well, yes. Yes, I will. Good. Then maybe you'll buy me come auction time. He winked. Oh, boy. The sad thing is about this. I don't got this in my life. I don't even have a bar. There's no place. I don't. Oh, shit, man. So it's a little depressing. We want to sit here in a room well, you want to see my dog. Hey, Bimini. I was hoping you'd make it, man. Check out the trip. We were just doing a little break. Yeah. Yeah, Tripp's, he can't get comfortable tonight, right? I don't know if you've been here that long or not, Billy, but I hope you have. Do you need a catch up, or do we just start going again? There he is. He's all prim and proper also, right? Oh, boy. Let's see my bad baseboards. I haven't covered them back up yet. All right. Are we on a serious delay or just nobody's talking? All right, let's get back to where we were, right? Sunday. Wait, that's 3 days? I'm not going to see you for 3 days. Will you miss me, man? Well, yes, I will, without hesitation. Good, then maybe you'll come by me at auction time. You're the worst, she said, laughing. Her tone indicated that she thought he was anything but. I know. He wondered if she'd think it for real, but when he told her how he felt, if she'd think of it as a kind of a betrayal. Interesting, right? It's all right, Eric. She let him in. She had let him in close. She trusted him. She depended on him. Would he take that away from them both if he told her the truth? No. He reassured himself because that was true. What was true, regardless of whether either of them ever gave breath. And it was time. It was time to let that fire in him burn, or put it out for good. Maybe that's why he does all the stomach crunching and gets all those abs, because he's got that fire burning inside of him. Catch you guys later, he said to Aaron and Noah as he headed out for his truck. He pulled out a cell phone and dialed. Go for Grammy, his grandmother said when she answered. That's kind of cool, right? God, he loved that woman. He was pretty sure he got most of his sense of humor from her. Hey, Grammy, it's Royce. I know that boy. You're on caller ID. I'm not senile yet. He laughed. Well, I was calling to let you know I invited Noah to Sunday dinner like you asked, as well as Livy Dodd. Well, that's wonderful news, dear. Before you go getting excited, you know that Livy and I are just friends. Pish posh, Grammy. What? Everyone with eyes can see you're in love with that girl. Everyone but her. I'm handling on my own this time. Don't pounce on her. No pre-dinner kitchen thing. Grammy laughed as she had told another joke. I'll do in my own house as I like. Plus, I'm pretty sure it was our kitchen thing, as you call it, that hooked Sophie. I've been doing this for a long time. You think your mother is a meddler? Well, I'm an Olympic champion. How do you think Bill and my Allie Bean got together? Surely you don't think it was on their own. Grammy, I mean it. I'll be having the same talk with Mom. For all the good we could do with you, man. Fine. I'll go easy on her, but thank you and keep your nose out of what goes on in my kitchen. I like Grammy. You're a good boy. What kind of pie do you want? He wants a chocolate pecan pie. I'm not a pie. I'm surprised you're not as fat as a suckling pig. I heard your stomach growl. You did not. There's no way. A Grammy knows. Why don't you come over for lunch? I've got a nice dill tuna. I love dill tuna salad. I'm loving Granny, man. And a nice dill tuna salad and some of that homemade rye. You're like, homemade shit, man. Me and Grammy need to hang out. Dang it. So who might argue, man? Do you need anything? I need a gallon of milk, a pint of heavy cream, real butter. Real butter, not that margarine business. You know the kind from the local dairy at the meat locker. Yes, ma'am. His mouth was watering already thinking about that pie and his lunch. He knew that his mother and grandmother both spoiled him, but being close to his family was his favorite part about the small town life. A lot of people he grew up with couldn't wait to get out of Ember Lake. But Royce, he never wanted anything more than to be a fireman at the Lucky Seven and raise a family. I mean, sure, he wanted to see the world and he wanted to have adventures, as Aaron called them. But when they were done, he wanted to come home to a place he loved. He'd been to Bora Bora, in Italy, and France. He wanted to see Machu Picchu and the Great Wall, zip line over Rio. There were lots of things he wanted to do and see, but he couldn't imagine ever loving a place more than Ember Lake. He couldn't imagine living anywhere else. He so wished living could be a part of that imagination. Things were about to change, and while he knew they had to, it didn't make it any easier. Just as he put the truck into gear, just as he put the truck into gear, his phone rang. It was Lieutenant McLeod. What's up, LT? I agreed to do that calendar, but what in the name of blue hell is this bachelor auction? Auction. Sorry. A hair fell into my eyeball and got distracted. Now you're hungry. There you go. Oh, sorry about that. I agreed to do the calendar. What in the name of blue hell is this bachelor auction? Just go with the flow, man. It's for charity. I understand that, but I like being a bachelor. I don't want to give anyone any ideas. It's like me. In his youth, McCade, the LT, had been in New York Police Department. Royce didn't know the whole story, but his father had told him he'd been married and he'd lost his wife. So he had thrown a dart at a map and moved to a small, quiet Ember Lake, Kansas. Yeah, how are we doing, Ben? Is it okay, Kim? I mean, we can stop and talk anytime you want, Kim. Yeah. He'd thrown a dart at us, and it's kind of like me, man. I threw the dart into the. Yeah. He had thrown the dart at the map, moved to small Ember Lake, Kansas. Let's try it up here. He had never dated, not in the 20 years that Russ had known him. As a kid, he just accepted McKay's gruffness as part of who he was. Okay. Now that he was a man, he understood the pain that hid underneath his prickly exterior. LT, dude, I don't think anybody's going to get any ideas. You're a grumpy old son of a bitch. You haven't seen the women at the ladies' auxiliary. They've been trying to set me up since the day I moved here, 20 years ago. I don't need it, don't want it. Didn't Aaron tell you it's for Ember Harbor? The new halfway house. Yeah, it's Aaron's pet project. It's for trafficked women and children. Damn it, McQuaid. Why is it always McCade or McQuaid or something, right? You know I can't say no to the kids. This is cheesy, but I like cheesy's good. Is it wrong to be okay with cheesy a little bit? I'm okay with it. I can't say no. Pretty sure that was Aaron's plan. That's a sneaky one. Come on now, you know what she just saying. Yeah, I guess. Maybe my Grammy will bid on you, he teased. That would be the best thing that could happen. At least she'd feed me. I'm with you, man. Well, have I got a deal for you? Well, that's evident. AOB, you're here, man. Yeah, I think a bit cheesy is fun, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I've never read a book like this. This is fun. This isn't blood and guts and torture and uh, mail order bride stuff. Yeah, man, I wouldn't mind Grammy buy me an auction, get some food. My Grammy might bid on you at the auction, man. Well, that'd be the best thing that could happen. At least she'd feed me. He said, I don't even know what to put on this form. Interest, quiet nights alone. I don't know. God, Jesus, man. Royce laughed again. You're not trying to make them feel sorry for you. What about working with my hands and driving my '69 Camaro? You make it sound like a singles ad, Royce. Well, kind of. Have a little fun with it. It's only for one night. What's the worst that could happen? Being a first responder, you know better than to ask that question. Just be honest, then. That's not going to end. That's not going to end well. McCade said. No, no, it's not. It's going to raise money for a good cause, and everybody's going to have a good time. If you say so. Have you given any more thought to taking the test? Not really. You're not going anywhere. Well, I might. This auction thing might do me in. And then where would the seven be? We need an LT. Royce cackled. For an old hard ass, you sure being dramatic. No, seriously, man. What if something happened to me, dude? You're already my right hand man. Let's get the paperwork done. Get over with. If he took the test for LT, it was possible he wouldn't get to stay at the seven. The nine The 9 out in the country had been without an LT for the 9 out of the country, sorry. Had been without an LT for a long time, and he wanted to take a chance. It wasn't as if it was far away, but to Royce, it seemed like the world. You talked to my dad about this? Nah, boy, this is your decision. I'll give it some more thought. But don't wait too long, man. Finnegan wants to take the test too. He didn't know I talked about it. There was no drama among the 7. Yeah, I know. He'd be a good choice. He's great at what he does, and he deserves it. Noah is good, but he's not you, Royce. Oh, thanks for that. I'm not blowing smoke up your butt, kid. Why this sudden urgency? Are you planning on retiring? I don't know. Maybe. I want the option. Might go live on the beach like a bum for the rest of my days. I bought that condo in Puerto Vallarta. Might be nice to spend some time there, finally. Who's the Duke? John Wayne? No. We're just about to spend some time in Puerto Vallarta, man, with the LT. I don't mind the LT pulling in here, right? I'm kind of digging the McGruff character coming in. Right? John Wayne. I don't know what. Well, partner, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go down there. I don't know how he sounds, man. I don't think I can do it, John Wayne. Thank you. I have to go listen to John Wayne. So I bought that condo in Puerto Vallarta. Maybe it might be nice to spend some time down there finally. I'm afraid we can't allow that at this moment, LT. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. Oh, really? I'd drink tequila. I'd go fishing. I'd bake myself in the sun. I'm liking this LT. It sounded like this was more than just blue skying for the LT. Like I said, I'll think about it. Don't think too long, boy. When was that ever a problem? Royce asked. McCabe, he mumbled something at last about the worksheet Aaron had given him to hung up about and all the shit. But so they're talking about they wanted to take the lieutenant's test, right? This is cool. I like this part, right? So LT's been there for 20 years. He moved there 20 years ago. Been single, never dated since he's been there. He wants to retire and go to Mexico and spend on the beach. He wants Royce to take the test so he can be the LT. But Royce is afraid if he takes the job, if he takes the test, and the timing doesn't work out, then he'll have to go to the number 9. He won't be at the number 7. And he's always wanted to be the number 7. So that's why he doesn't want to take the T. And they're trying to get Finnegan to take the test. Now, if Finnegan take the test, he'll go to number 9, then Royce will be locked in for 7. Come on, Finnegan. How's that? How we do there? We catch up. All right. So we found out he's going to be drinking tequila and going fishing and baking himself in the sun. McCade mumbled something about the worksheet that Aaron had given him and hung up without so much a goodbye. That was McCade. Yeah, change was coming one way or another. He supposed he could be the hand guiding the boat, or he could just fling himself in the waves and try to swim it out, right? There was a certain freedom of letting things happen around him. Then, if they went sour, he didn't have to blame himself. Yeah, I think we all do that from time to time. Royce knew, though, that to get what he really wanted, he had to ask for it. He had to chase it. He had to steer the boat through the rough water for the treasures that lay beyond. He only hoped he didn't have to crash on the rocks this time instead. Right? Well, that's our chapter 2. That's about an hour. About 40 minutes. So that's Rekindled Ember. Ember Lake Book, chapter 2. That was it. Well, how was it? It's a shame we can't replay these. I wonder if you can. Do we have a long lag or go sleep in? I'll put you to sleep. Are you okay if we stop it? Yeah, my eyes are kind of going. Ooh. I'm probably gonna need to. I need to get my paper right. Yeah. Well, I am too. And now we're at chapter three, right? So it looks like the beginning of the book. We're gonna bounce back. So the first introductory chapter. Now we have a Liv and Royce introductory chapter together. That was Royce's introductory chapter. No, we'll do it more soon. Absolutely tomorrow. Just try to read some every night, right? That's the whole idea of a book club, right? Oh, thanks, man. Or are you saying like, "All right, you're good, dude. Thanks, you're good. I'm out." Or are you saying like, "Dude, you're good, man. I don't care. I'm headed to bed too, and I'm out, AOB." That's hard on your old eyeballs, man. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll try to get. I really appreciate you guys. I don't. I'm embarrassed that you're here, but I'll try to take care of you best I can. Right? Yeah. And I'm sorry for that emote picture. I will change that. That was kind of a joke, and I meant to change it, but I didn't. So, well, thanks, Kim. So, by the way, this doesn't have to be. This is all feedback is welcome, right? Lighting, cadence, background noise, my talking, right? Hey, Angela, I'll try to remember that, man. Does there need to be more breaks? You're more than welcome to speak up and talk at any time. Go, whoa, hey, what was that? You mumbled that word. What do you mean? Any of that shit, right? Ooh, all welcome. And you go over to Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and then we can send videos and talk back and forth too if you want. The title. The title is. Oops, I know what you mean, Kim. We got it. The title is Rekindled Ember. Yeah, Sarah Larson is the author. I think she has a different pen name for this book, but yeah, she's pretty cool. Yeah, well, last we got the old trip through dreaming. Can you imagine sleeping like that as a dog? See you next time, Angela. Thank you so much again. We'll see y'all later. Y'all be good. Yeah, he's got to have my sweatshirt on. It was fun, Kim. I enjoyed it. So we'll do it again sometime, right? Do it again tomorrow. I might not be able to do it every night, but as soon as I get a group message going, I'll make sure that you guys know for sure. So we'll see you guys. Thank you so much. And whew, we made it. We made it. We did it. Chapter two. We did an hour. So are you seriously not bored as hell? Right? It's not shit. It's not suck. Do we need? So the other idea was to not read the book, just to read passages from the book. Think about it. All feedback is welcome, guys. Please. We'll see you again. Woo.